Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I usually say boys and girls, so ladies and gentlemen it is this time. If you're watching this, it means you are ready for some patterns. Patterns are a tricky thing to teach because each pattern is different, and you just have to kind of look and see what the rule is, what it's doing each time. You just have to pay attention to that. So instead of me telling you, excuse me, drinking my coffee, all the different patterns that we could have, that would take forever and I would lose your attention. What I'm going to do instead is show you a couple and we're going to figure out what the rule is. Today, I believe the assignment for today is finding the rule instead of like continuing the pattern. So, if I had this first one on my, if I was trying to find the rule for this first pattern, I have to look and see what's happening each time. I go from 2 to 5. So I know I could do 2 plus 3 to equal 5. So that's the only thing I can think of. So maybe it's 2 plus 3. Maybe the rule is plus 3. Let's see. 5 to 8. 5 plus 3 equals 8. Okay. 8 to 11. 8 plus 3 equals 11. 11 to 14. 11 plus 14, 11 plus 3 equals 14. 14 to 17. 14 plus 3 equals 17. So the rule must be plus 3. Now that one was pretty easy. That was a pretty easy one. There are sometimes patterns that may have more than one rule. I don't have any for you to do that are going to be on your own, but to challenge you, I did want to show you this. So you might see something like this. Now, I would have been completely confused had I not known how to do some of these multi-step patterns. All right, so we go from 1 to 3. Well, I know 1 plus 2 equals 3 and 1 times 3 equals 3. So one of those. So I'm going to write that down. Either plus 2 or times 3. And then it goes from 3 to 2. It's going down now. So 3 drops to 2. That'd be a minus 1. Well, that's kind of peculiar. 2 goes to 4. 2 times 2 equals 4, or 2 plus 2. Now we're back to going down 1. 4 minus 1 equals 3. So I know something minus 1 is one of them. 3 to 5, just 3 plus 2 equals 5. And then 5 goes to 4, so that would be minus 1. So this rule was actually plus 2, and then you take away 1. Now, you won't have any like that by yourself. We usually do those in class together, but I wanted to show you that could happen too. One thing to help you when you're finding the rules for a pattern is if it's going up, you know there are 2 ways it can go up. It can either be something can be added to it, or something can be multiplied. So if the number is going up, it's something with addition or multiplication. So that should make it easier to find that rule. If it's going down, it's either subtraction or division. That's the only 2 things you can do to it to make it go down, subtract or divide. So if it goes up, addition or multiplication. If it goes down, division or subtraction. All right, our secret word during this video is another person who joined my lip sync contest, Miss Elise. So Elise is the secret word for this video. I'm gonna be all confused when I see all these names popping up in my email. All right. Let's find now. Okay, so those helped us find the rules. So think about. So if you're looking for the rule, it's just what are you adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing, and by what number? It's the operation, and then what number is it changing? All right. So this time, let's fill out the rest of the pattern. All right. So we go from 1 to 2. Could be plus 2. Could be times 2. 2 to 4. That would make 1 plus 1 equals 2, not 1 plus 2. Y'all, winter break has my brain half asleep here. 2 to 4. 2 times 2 equals 4. 2 plus 2. 4 to 8. 4 plus 4 or 4 times 2. I'm hearing times 2 a lot. Let's see if it's times 2. 8 times 2 equals 16. Yeah. 16 times 2. That would equal 32. 32 times 2, 64. I bet it's times 2. So instead of me saying the rule's times 2, I have to figure out these last two numbers in this pattern. So I know I'm going to do 64 times 2. 4 times 2 equals 8. 6 times 2 equals 12. So that next number would be 128. So now I got to figure out that last one. I wrote over a little bit. 128 times 2 would be a product of 256. All right, so today is rules. Next day is going to be completing the number pattern. There's also shape patterns too. I like shape patterns. I'm a visual kind of person. I like to see things. So let's look at these shape patterns just so we make sure we don't skip over those. First we have a 3-sided shape, triangle. Then a 4-sided shape. Now a 5-sided shape. What's happening? We're adding a side each time. 6-sided shape. This one should be a 7-sided shape. I'm going to write 7 sides because when you do the shapes on Friday, you're going to have which one you're going to pick. You don't have to draw it because you won't be able to since it's on the computer. So that one's 7 sides. This one's going to have to be 8. So you've got to look and see what's happening each time. You got to be very analytical of the different shapes. All right, last one. All right, we have this square that has a block colored in the corner. And it looks like it's moved down to this block. And now it's moved over to this block. And now it's moved up to this one. So if you look at it, it's going here, 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 here. So what would the next one need to be? It looks like it's moving clockwise. So I bet it's going to be this block that's colored next to follow that pattern. And if it still follows that, I'm ready for my whiteboard back, y'all. This pattern, it's going to go now to that bottom one. So, those are some ways to do patterns. If you have any questions, remember, I'm by the computer all week, y'all. Ask to Google Meet. I will help you. We will have a Google Meet over patterns on Wednesday at 1 o'clock. We'll probably just practice a few just to kind of get it in our brains. So let me know if you need help.